What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Profit Power Hour. Adrian Morrison here. I'm excited. I'm so excited to be here. I've got a really cool webinar planned out for you. It is going to be a little bit shorter than usual because of some traveling, and I'm trying to get settled in. I'll explain more about that in a little bit, but I'm going to show you something really, really cool. I'm going to go ahead, try to get my camera on real quick. All right, there we go. So you will notice I am in a new office area. This is my house in Mississippi. I'm sorry, again, I'm in a tank top. I, got done lifting and just need to get here fast. It's just been a crazy day. Um, so today I flew from my home in Florida here to my home in Mississippi. And I'm here because we have an exciting week ahead of us, actually tomorrow. My brother Anthony, who many of you know, he's my partner, and we own companies together. We develop real estate together, and we do our own separate things too. Him and his wife are welcoming their new baby boy into the world. So I'm not going to reveal the name because I don't know if he's revealed the name to anybody yet. But we wanted to travel home to Mississippi. That's where he is right now, and I know many of you get on his webinars too, and you're killing it with the ERC stuff that we do. So it's amazing. But yeah, I'm excited. And so anyways, it's crazy. We piled up in the plane today, the dogs, the baby, and I'm so out of whack. I mean, um, I'm not used to traveling with like a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already kind of with two small dogs, it's a bit wild. But yeah, so we got Drake here. He did phenomenal on the plane, which was really great. But still, very stressful day. Now we're here. We're trying to get everything put back together. There's new toys that are here that he can't fit in any of the stuff he was in when we left Mississippi because he was like 2 months, 3 months old. He turns 8 months next week. So yeah, lots of new eight bigger toys to put together. So long story short, I got a lot to do, and so I might not be on here for the full hour. But the only thing that's important is that you get good training that is actionable. And last week we had a phenomenal training where I showed you how to take jigsaw puzzles and then hobbies from Wikipedia and create and really tap into a six-figure a month niche and product. So, a lot of you were very excited about that. And this week we're going to do something quite similar, but different at the same time. So again, apologize this week. Again, I'm still in my workout stuff. Um, and yeah, we're gonna get to it. All right. So and mind you, I'm a little out of whack because my desk, like we had a lady come in and she did a phenomenal job. She just kind of like did a clean sweep of the house because the house has been sitting here for months and it's dusty and everything. But when she came in my office to clean my office, she moved everything on my desk. And I don't know if any of you are like this, but I'm very OCD about my stuff, like and where I place it. Like this camera, the angle this camera is at right now, I spent over an hour getting this angle, and she moved it, and she moved the camera like really far away from where it was, and so like I spent all this time like dialing my desk back in because I'm just this is my like headquarters, my HQ here. I know where everything is, and this is where I work, and this is how I make money, and it's I like it a certain way, right? So, anyways, that ate up a good bit of my time. But I'm a little out of whack because I'm in my office and I'll have all my stuff. I don't have my iPad either. I forgot it in Florida. So that said, we'll jump in. If you're new to the Profit Power Hour, in case you didn't notice, this is super chill. This is not like where you come to get a PowerPoint presentation with a talking, bobbling head with, a bunch of board facts. This is a spot where you get to come hang out with me, connect with me. It gives me a chance to connect with you. We chill. I tell you a little bit about my personal life, and I teach you. I teach you something new every week, and it's completely free. These are not sales pitches. These are just like chill webinars, and I've been doing them since 2014. And what you see now is the welcome screen, and the welcome screen at the tippy top at profitph.com/free store will let you use our software. We kind of trained an AI to build a store for you and write ad copy or product copy for you. So if you haven't done that yet, then do it. If you don't have a store yet, that's the best way to get started, and it's free. Yes, there are paid upgrades, like if you want to use a premium theme. We don't own a theme, so we got to deal with a company where they give you a discount. If you want to use their premium theme, guess what? You got to pay for it, right? And you get to add more products to your store too, but we put 20 on there for free. And then we talk about our apps, our Profit Booster Shopify app, so you can upgrade to those. But you can also just do it free. Like, you don't have to do any of the upgrades. And build you a free store on one of the Shopify themes, and it's just a great way to get started. So if right now you're stalled, go to profitph.com/free store and just put your foot on the gas, and it'll do everything for you, and it's free. On the bottom are our recommended vendors: Pillow Profits, Shine On, Zendrop, CJ Dropshipping. We're doing a mastermind in a couple of weeks here in Mississippi. And like, I think I've got the founder of Shine On flying in, the founder and some of the team from Zendrop flying in. It's not something that we publicly opened up for people. It was kind of a private invite. But that should be fun. I'm looking forward to getting a lot of our students in a room with them. But they're great, great vendors. These are all private partner links that they've given me. It gives you special benefits, it tags you to me. And so I would use those links if I were you, the ones that AM Secret Link and Profit PH, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, that is that. Now, what I want to do is just real quick before I move forward, remind everybody that last week's webinar was awesome. I actually got more great feedback on that than I've gotten on any of the webinars I've done so far this year. So it was just, I guess the format of it: show you a product, show you a niche, show you everything from A to Z. You liked it because it really did make it easy for you to get started, right? It made it easy for you to really go from step 1, step 2 to step 3 to launching an ad. So if you missed that, you all have access to access Adrian. So you access me and all my stuff. If you log into your portal, scroll down to my courses and software, hit Profit Power Hour, boom, access now, boom, and you can watch the replay of last week's webinar, which was July 18th. And right here, was that last week? Let me make sure. That's not last week's webinar. Huh? Weird. Okay, so Nick did not load this in. I was like, wait a second, something seems off here. Uh, Sorry, I didn't expect this. Okay, well, if you just click on this and go to my YouTube channel, I know it's on YouTube. So yeah, there it is. Create a super product with these 2 niches. So right there. Okay, so I was like, something seems off here. And I'll get it loaded into the members area too. But this was a phenomenal webinar. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Adrian Morrison, and you can watch it there. Sometimes we edit these a bit more in the private area, but I think this one's all good. And we just simply talk about, the steps that we take to find a, a profitable niche and a product that would do well within that niche. So we're going to go through that a little bit today: Wikipedia, Google Trends, Amazon sales volume, and are there TikTok viral videos for it. So if it meets all four of these criteria here, then we know that it's probably worth our time. Listen, time is money, y'all. Y'all know this. And you don't want to waste time on loser niches, loser products. You know, what you really want to do is more than anything, you want to calculate how you risk your time, because you can get burnt out if you're blowing time doing things that don't work. If you are investing time in things that show promise, they're not guaranteed, but they show promise, then you're going to be more excited and you're going to be more likely to continue doing these things. So this is our like 4-step kind of blueprint for finding trends and things that are worth our time. And so we did this, and we actually created a product using Pillow Profits. We found some really cool images, and we took those images and we created jigsaw puzzles, which is a 6-figure plus per month product, and especially in the dog niche. I even showed you how to advertise it. So really, really cool stuff. Now we're going to do something quite similar, all right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to tap into the multi 6-figure hat niche, okay? Now, I don't really know exactly how much this niche creates. It actually creates, I'm sure, millions a month. So I'm just saying 6 figures a month just to be safe. But just imagine how much money is generated every day selling hats, ball caps, dad caps, hats like this, right? And I typically don't wear hats, but while I've been at the beach, living kind of in this beach town that I live in, I kind of caught on to buying a lot of hats and wearing a lot of hats. And anytime I get into something like that, I'm like, I wonder if this would be a good niche in e-commerce. And I mean, if I'm buying these hats from these stores, then other people are. And so I always go down this rabbit hole of going through the criteria that I just showed you to prove that the niche is worthy of my time. And it's actually pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to show you some popular hat stores that it's kind of wild. And then we're going to talk about how you can start selling hats. And this hat right here, I just want you to see, like, there's nothing on it. It's solid black. And I think I paid for this hat. How much did I pay for this hat? All right. Like, there are a lot of people that an immense amount of people, y'all, that collect hats. I don't collect hats, but there's an immense amount of people that collect hats. So it is a niche that will have repeat customers, and they'll want different colors and they'll want different styles. But I bought this hat from this brand right here. And y'all, this hat that I'm wearing right now was 69 bucks. $69 for this hat. It is a solid black hat. It does not even say anything. All right, now, granted, this hat they say can get wet, and it's like kind of a material that can be wet, but still there's tons of like, I paid 70 bucks for just a hat. It says nothing. Nothing. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. I mean, the fact that they are able, this company is able to sell hats that say nothing and are just different colors is all the proof that I actually need to think about selling hats. How many of you in here are with me? Just say I'm with you, Adrian, if you're with me. I like to go back in the chat and look at this. Look at what everybody says. So if I did it, others are doing it. And if they're in business and they've been in business for this long, I bought this hat over a year ago, then I know that it works. All right, that's all I need to know. And you'll notice there are different style hats. Okay, now not all companies just sell solid colored hats. Although when I'm shopping for hats, that's what I like. I like a good solid hat without stuff written on it, okay? Um, so there are some other companies like this company here, Bad Birdie, all right? And it looks like they're tapping in a little bit into the golf niche. And look, all their hat just says bad, okay? Bad. This one's got a picture of a bird with an X. Now, I wanted to point this out because I want to just get your brain um, working here. How many of you in here are familiar with the recent news that Elon Musk is changing the Twitter logo from a bird to an X, and he is changing it from Twitter to X.com? Yes, it's all over the news. I mean, it's been blowing up for the past 2 to 3 days. So if I come over here and I just type in Elon Musk changes Twitter to X. Okay. So there's all of this news here that since Sunday morning, Elon is changing the Twitter logo to an X. Elon Musk rebrands Twitter to X, replaces the iconic bird. This is completely irrational. Yada yada. I mean, it's wild. Like it's blowing up. All right. And so by accident, while I was doing research before this webinar, this company gave me a phenomenal idea, and I bet you this company right here sells a lot of this specific hat because just by coincidence, one of their logos happens to be a little Twitter style looking bird with an X in it, and it combines both. Now, you could very easily get a bird, a little bird logo like that with an X on it. Doesn't have to say Twitter. It doesn't have to say, you're not, like taking anybody's like copyrighted stuff. But it people can make their own assumptions, right? I mean, this company had this hat way before Twitter's rebrand to X, but imagine targeting Twitter users with a hat that had a little bird on it with an X, but it wasn't the Twitter logo and it wasn't the X logo that Elon uses, and it wasn't saying anything about Twitter or X, right? I bet you that a lot of people would probably buy it, okay? Especially if you did some sort of like pun or added some sort of humor to it. I think it could do really well, right? Here's another company right here that leans into golf. And if you're doing ball caps, golf seems to be a really good like interest to tap into. But this just says Sunday Swagger. This one is a golf glove. Okay. Um, these say Sunday Swagger golf. All right. This one says Fireball Whiskey. All right. There's another company here that, where is it? Oh yeah, this one right here. This is called, I think, Siegelman Stable. Yeah, Siegelman Stable. All right. Now, this company is a little unique. I want to be transparent because it's I believe a horse racing company. The guy that runs the company has got a lot of like influencers and celebrities to wear these hats. It's pretty wild because they're all sold out, and they do drops. In other words, they'll release like 2 or 3 new hats with it, and they'll just sell out of them in a couple of days. So that their strategy is more of the not just always having everything for sale, but this particular hat, there's only it's only going to be available for X amount of days, or there's only X amount of inventory. So I went in and bought this navy blue one, and I bought this red one with navy blue. Um, and they're already sold out. My buddy bought this one, and I really would like to get this black on black and this black and gold because I love black and gold. They're selling for about 60 bucks. And if you go on eBay and you type in Siegelman Stable, people are reselling them for 100 up to $130, up to 130 bucks. And I think actually I think they were like 50 bucks. So it's very interesting. That one's sick too. Like even I'm not a hat guy. I never really wear hats, but I'm like, more I look at these, I'm like, okay, I want that one. I'd love the golden black one. And this is what people do in the hat niche, okay? They see a couple they want and they start collecting them. It's kind of a lot like sneakers, but cheaper, right? So you got sneakerheads that spend all this money collecting sneakers. They don't even wear them. A lot of people collect hats. They don't even wear the hats. So a really cool company to follow. Their marketing strategy is neat. And then you got this company here called Hippie Runner, and what they do is they just put interesting like print on demand stuff on trucker hats. So I look great in orange. Don't play with me. This actually is my first rodeo. I'll take them deviled with a deviled egg. My kind of bath bomb, which is a toaster that's kind of awful. Don't date frat boys. Okay, well, I didn't join a fraternity ever, so I'm okay with that. So what they're doing is they're taking popular phrases or funny phrases and they're putting them on hats. They have 509 hats. They got different styles. They've got, different fits. They've got different themes. This seems to be more of like the looks like patriotic colors, getting star hammered. And then it's got stuff about coffees. Just it's a big niche. All right, so there's a lot you can do. The reason I'm showing you all of these is because they're quite different. All right, so like for example, Sunday Swagger really focuses on golf. Bad Birdie also kind of focuses on golf, but they coincidentally have lucked up, and Elon Musk is doing something right now that could be very well taken advantage of, whether they're taking advantage of it or not. If I were them as a marketer, I would be marketing the hell out of this hat on Twitter. All right. Then I showed you Nealon, which is really making great money selling hats that say nothing. They're just hats. All right. And then you got Siegelman and Stable, which is like a horse racing company or something, but they're getting celebrities and influencers to wear their hats. And then you got just, a good run of the mill print on demand hat company. So I show you this because I want you to see all of the different ways that people are earning money off of hats. Okay. And this proves the niche for me. It also kind of confuses the hell out of me because if I'm starting a hat company, then I'm like, what the heck do I do? Like, what do I start selling? Print on demand or blank hats, whatever. Here's the thing, we're drop shippers and we're not really trying to sell like just a good solid black hat, all right? Because someone that's buying a hat like this is not going to impulsively buy a hat like this. Somebody that somebody that sees this hat right here that says she's a 10 but she hits every curb, talking about curbing their wheels, they're going to impulsively buy that because they're going to say, oh, my girlfriend curbed my wheels the other day, or my wife curbed my wheels, my partner curbed my wheels, whatever. So this is going to create impulse purchases. This is like more of what we're going for, but we can finesse a bit with something simple if it plays into something that is trending right now. We can finesse a little bit with short words or phrases. They don't have to look so cheap like those print on demand hats. They can look nicer. All right. Now, if we just come over here to Google Trends, and I haven't even checked Google Trends yet, but snapback hat. These are, snapbacks have the snap like the goes on the back of the hat to adjust it. This is proven over the last 12 months. It's over 75. It's consistently over 75, y'all. It only dipped in January. So January is really the only dip below the 75 range. All right. So the jigsaw puzzles from last week were all in the 50 range. So this is a niche that people are consistently searching. All right. So we know that, right? We know that that is, it's on Google Trends. So what was all of our criteria? Let's come down here at the bottom here. All right. So we know it's validated on Google Trends. If we look at research on Amazon search volume, we can use my Signal Boost software. All right. I already pulled up some, and you can see here there's pages and pages. But if I just type in snapback, it's going to show us interest over time as well over 70. And some of these hats, like this one is just a black flat bill hat. It's selling, y'all, $18,000 a month in revenue on Amazon. This one that's all black with looks like a American flag on it. All right, this particular one, $13,000 a month. This one right here, $14,000 a month. This one, Gurin Bros, it's got this is very interesting. I gotta look into this and so if it's a brand that has a big brand or whatever, but it just has a raccoon and it says Bandit on it, and it's $100,000 a month. Here's another one from that same company that says Black Sheep. And this particular one, $159,000 a month, y'all. And it's just got a picture of a black sheep and it says Black Sheep. This one's got a picture of a raccoon and it says Bandit. Like it's actually really cool what they're doing. And I could see how people would buy these. They're trucker hats. They look cool. Yeah. So this is validated. And for those of you that don't know what the software is, it's called Signal Boost. It's not for sale. It's my personal software. I'm using it. Beta testers are using it. In the future, we will release it. But this is what it does. It gives me ideas. It shows me what's working. It shows me how much money is being produced on products on Amazon and a lot more that we're not going to get into tonight. All right. And then we want to see, are there TikTok viral videos? Now, I have not done research on this on TikTok. And I mean, I think it's going to be kind of hard to find viral videos about, hats. But I'm just going to type in hat. I feel like I'm going to have to type in something a bit more, what's the word? A bit more, specific. But if we just type in hat here, my favorite hat collection, 124,000 views. You look like an idiot if you wear your hat like this, 340,000 views. This is 24 million views on just the proper way to wear a hat. 5.6 million views on this cowboy hat. All right, so we might have to do a little bit of research, like to see like what types of hats are going viral on here, what types of hat videos are going viral, but we can already see that there are videos about hats that are getting views. Look, this is an Amazon hat haul video. In other words, she's probably going over her favorite hats you can purchase on Amazon. 85,000 views, right? This dude has a bunch of hats. Look at all these hats that he has collected right here, y'all. 1.5 million. This is what I'm talking about. People collect hats. All right. So, okay, I think it's proven on TikTok. We could do a bit more specific research. Now, the question is Adrian, where do I find hats to sell? And what the heck do I put on a hat? Well, if we jump back to step number one, right? Wikipedia. If you go to Wikipedia and you just type in, list of hobbies, then this list of hobbies here gives you a really good list of things that might work well on hats. So bird watching, okay? Bird watching is a huge niche that people are very passionate about. You got to be passionate as heck to go sit out and wait for birds and look at them through binoculars. Now, listen, I love birds. I had this tree outside my house, the previous house I was in, and it was outside of my office window, and there were some really cute red birds and blue jays that lived in that tree, and it was on my property. And my idiot neighbor that just moved in to the house next door decided they didn't like the tree because they felt like it was a hazard and it could, fall on their house. And without my permission, they cut my tree down. And I looked at those birds every day. I took a breather, and there's little squirrels in the tree. Y'all know I love animals, right? I'm not a bird watcher. Like, I'm not going to go to bird watching excursions, but I love animals. Anyways, the neighbor paid the price. That's for sure. They were idiots. And if they're watching this, I hope that they know that they're still idiots in my mind. But that being said, um, bird watching is a pretty cool niche that you could tap into easily on Facebook, because there's probably lots of interests that are big interests that you could target for bird watching. And if you were to just simply come over here to Google, okay, bird watching hat, and I just typed in bird watching hat. I have never done this before, by the way. I like for y'all to kind of see how I would do research. But if we go to images, then we can see dove hat. It's just like literally people selling hats with pictures of different birds on them. So people might have a favorite bird. This hat says bird watching is my passion. All right. So there are a couple of, you can go to shopping. Okay. And you can see what types of hats are selling in that niche, if anything is selling in that niche, right? Look at this. This is a beanie, but it's got a bird, a telescope, and it looks like a journal. So this would be kind of cool on a cap. This one says Upper East Side Bird Watching Club. Yes, I do have a retirement plan. It's called bird watching, right? So this is just me kind of randomly finding stuff and saying, hey, let's see. Let's see what's up. You know what I'm saying? So if we come over here to TikTok and we type in bird watching, 1.2 million views. Oh, they're cute. 14,000 views, 91,000, 482, 682,000, 78,000, 12.7 thousand. This girl has put some damn glasses on with a plate uh, glued to it. Y'all see this? This is wild. A plate glued to it with bird seeds, and she out here trying to get a bird to eat that close to her eyeballs. Listen, I'm actually kind of curious if it's going to work. Um, oh, well, there's a little bird. It's a cute one too. I mean, like, yo, if you go to this length to do this, to see a dang bird that close, you probably gonna buy a hat for real. All right, so TikTok shows me that there are millions of views on videos of birds. That tells me that there is interest in birds and bird watching. Now, if we come over to Signal Boost, and it's still under development, so sometimes it's slow. I'm not going to type in bird watching hat, but it's looking for results right now. It's been taking a minute as we're pulling a lot of data from the API, but this will kind of tell me like look at the interest over here. So people are typing in, they're searching for it on Amazon. All right, it's pulling in some data now. It might take a minute, but um, you know, it will show us kind of like what products and give us some information on like, is the bird watching niche producing, revenue? This window bird feeder, $43,000 a month is what it's producing. I keep refreshing to see if I can get more results to come up. This bird spotting telescope thing, $166,000 a month. This bird feeder, $70,000 a month. So no, this isn't a hat that says bird watching. But what this does for me, and I just want y'all to understand like my mindset here, is it tells me that people that like birds are blowing money on bird stuff, right? So if you're spending tens of thousands of dollars, or so these products are generating hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? It's a good niche to tap into. And I imagine if you're out bird watching, right, then a lot of those bird watchers wear hats because they're out in the sun and whatever, they're trying to shade their face. So I don't know, like totally random, but we could go back over here and we could look at anything, magic. We could do all these magic memes and magic sayings and all sort of magician type stuff and put it on a hat, so on and so forth. Okay, you get the picture. The possibilities are endless when you just go literally to list of hobbies on Wikipedia. You can start tapping into various different niches. Now, where do you access hats as print on demand products? Well, there are various different vendors that do hats, okay? But just staying on trend with what we were doing last week, Pillow Profits is a great company, and they do hats, and they actually do embroidered hats. So they're like very high quality, the ones that'll pull the $50 and $60. So snapback hat embroidery. So it sticks off of this. It's a quality hat. Then they have the classic cap. I want to see if they do any different style hats because you can also do different vendors. Then you got the classic cap. Look at this. You got the mesh back cap. That's like the trucker hat. The regular snapback, the trucker, the 5-panel hat. These are quite popular. And you got the bucket hat. The bucket hat might actually do very well for bird watchers because I know that like, bucket hats, they're block the sun on your neck, your face, the side, um, so on and so forth. So legitimately with Pillow Profits and a list of hobbies from Wikipedia, checking TikTok, Google Trends, and validating things with Signal Boost on Amazon, we're able to see what's working and legitimately start our own hat business. Now, I am not saying that you should go out and start a whole new Shopify store that just sells hats. What I'm saying is that you should have a collection on your Shopify store that sells hats. And if you just want to make the hats black, pink, green, blue, and just sell legit, straight up hats that are just colors, have them there. Some people just want solid colored hats. Another thing that you could do is just put a picture of a state on the hat because a lot of people like to represent that they're from Florida, California, Mississippi, so on and so forth. So, a good idea would be a graphic of a state and inside of the state a heart, or inside of the state the text that says home, like this is my home. Everybody is passionate about their roots and where they were born, right? So if a hat just had a picture of a state with a heart in it, or it said home on it, like that's a whole line, a whole collection of hats that you could be selling. Hats with a picture of a panda bear on it. People are obsessed with panda bears. Fishermen, they wear hats a lot. So fishing quotes and fishing reels and different hats that have pictures of different fish or like trophy fish on them. These are hats that could do really well. So I'm just brainstorming with you here because look, we have everything that we need. We've got embroidered hats, then we've got the regular classic hats, which will just be print, right? We got every style hat you can think of, the flat bills, the dad hats, the trucker hats, the mesh back hats, the bucket hats. I mean, we got everything that you need. right? And if you want to put images of different things on these hats, then all you got to do is just pop over to say like Shutterstock here. And if you want dog hats, imagine these hats with like this pit bull right here that looks like it's kind of like coming up over the bill. Imagine this. You can do this with probably every different breed. And you can make it like a neon green or neon pink or neon blue or just white embroidered hat where the pit bull is kind of peeking up over the hat and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like pit bull lovers will buy that. They definitely would buy a hat like that if targeted right and it looked cool. So you just have to get started basically, right? I'll give you a quick example. Um, when I started using Pillow Profits, they just sold pillows. They then introduced yoga pants, crushed it, just destroyed it, like literally unbelievable. Like what I did with yoga pants was incredible. Um, and then they got these shoes, these high top shoes, not the embroidered ones, but like the OG ones. The OG ones were, where are they at? They got so many products now. These. These high tops right here. And I was selling them for 70 bucks, only paying 30 for them, right? So I got a decent markup. And I was like, you know, shoes, this is such a tough market to tap into. Like, you tell somebody you're starting a shoe company, and they're like, good luck. But we're not starting a shoe company. We're marketers. We're trying to put random stuff on shoes that will get people to impulsively make a purchase. I could care less if I got a shoe company, a hat, shoe, and pencil, and poster, and jigsaw puzzle company. The only thing that I care about is money in the bank. So if it's yoga pants that puts money in the bank, your boy is pushing yoga pants. If it's snapback hats that's putting money in the bank, yo, I'm a puzzle master. Okay. If it is, if it is any product that I don't care about, I'm still gonna market it if it makes money. And shoes were one of those things. I was like, okay, this is tough. I don't really care to tap into this market, but I started thinking about it, and we all buy lots of shoes, right? A lot of us have multiple pair of shoes. Yes, we have shoes for different occasions. And we got sneakerheads that collect shoes. Well, what if I attach a passion to the shoe and I get a really cool image off of Shutterstock or somewhere, or I have AI create something for me, I put on a shoe and I start selling it to people that will impulsively purchase it, you know? And oh my God, like I started killing it. It was like Yoga Pants 2.0 for our e-commerce store. We started destroying shoes. One of the hardest things to sell, y'all, is shoes because there's just so many options. And it's just like the shoe niche is not necessarily the easiest niche to tap into. But that's if you don't know what you're doing. If you understand marketing, then you can make people buy shoes. You can make shoes fly off the dropship shelves like hotcakes. You just have to put the right image on the shoe and put it in front of the right person's face. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter if it's the shoe, if it's a jigsaw puzzle, if it's a blanket, if it's a pillow, if it's a t-shirt, if it's a coffee mug, doesn't matter. Okay? If you put the right image or the right saying in front of the right person's face, you don't have to sell it. It sells itself. That's the difference between marketers and salespeople. One of my mentors said something that has always stuck with me, and I honestly thought it was kind of rude um, when he said it and offensive to some people. But, the truth is offensive sometimes, and people need to hear the truth. And the truth is, so what he said is that salespeople are broke. Salespeople are not wealthy. Salespeople are struggling. Salespeople are stressed the hell out, okay? Most of the time. They're knocking door to door, trying to sell you potions and lotions and powders that you don't need. Security systems, house wash services, whatever. They're pushing on you something that you don't really want. And that's why it's called sales, right? Marketers are wealthy because marketers don't sell anything. They give the people what they want. And if you put what they want in front of their face, there's a high probability that people are going to take it. And so when I heard that from him, it changed the way that I think about how I do my marketing and how I want to make my life easier and my job easier. Um, by not by forcing something down someone's throat that they don't want to eat, but just giving them something that is fit for their palate that they just got to have and that they love. So when I started selling these shoes, that's what I did. I didn't try to make some stylish, fancy, luxury looking shoe. I put some ugly pictures of dogs on the shoe that I thought were awful, and I started selling an immense amount of these shoes a month. And I'm talking about immense amounts of shoes. I would tell you the number, but I don't remember it. And I don't like stating numbers unless I know the exact number, but it was ridiculous. Okay. I'm not saying that you should go just market shoes, right? But it is a product that does work. Um, so anyways, with the hats, I think it's a great place for you to start. The statistics, the research, everything shows that there's money in hats, and it's very simple, right? You can sell blank hats, you can sell hats with images on them, you can sell hats with sayings on them. And all you have to do is go to Wikipedia, list of hobbies, choose something, okay? Beer tasting, beatboxing, um, blogging, bowling, candy making, chess. All right. There's some good keywords you can market to for chess, like that popular Netflix series. Um, and chess sets blew up when that Netflix show came out. Keep your eye on what's trending on Netflix. Okay. Sometimes there are opportunities there. Puppetry. There's a kid on YouTube that plays with puppets. Well, he's not a kid. He's a grown man now. Making millions a year off of YouTube, playing with puppets and putting on skits. Like it's just there's so much opportunity here. Taekwondo. All right. Sudoku. We'll probably leave this niche right here. Oh, I didn't have pictures. We'll leave that one alone. That might get you banned on Facebook and TikTok. But anyways, y'all, simple, right? It's simple. Again, the key is just get started. The first one doesn't have to pop off. The second one doesn't have to pop off. The third, fourth, and fifth one don't have to pop off. All it takes is one winner to change everything. One winning design, one winning product. It might not be a hat, just takes one. But you don't find that one until you start doing and taking action and testing. You got nothing to lose but time and a very small amount of money because you're testing with very small budgets. Now, if you're an idiot and you say, oh, I want to go spend $100 a day, and you lose $100 a day, well, that's stupid. And you deserve to lose the money if you do exactly what I tell you not to do. You know what I'm saying? Follow the strategy that I have outlined for you because it is a strategy that limits your risk, right? It limits your risk, but it gives you opportunity to test. And then when you find something that works really well, that's when you go spend $100 a day. That's when you spend $200, $300, $400, $500 a day. If you just jump into this and you say, well, I'm smarter, I'm no Adrian's and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to listen to the guy that's certified by Shopify as a commerce coach. Why the hell would I listen to him? And you go do the opposite of what I say, good luck. I hope you win. I hope it works for you. but don't whine if it doesn't work, right? You have to play the game in a way that allows you to take calculated risk and lose without destroying you mentally and financially. Okay. And that's what we do here is we take small calculated risk that if they don't pan out, it doesn't hurt us. It doesn't take food off the table. It doesn't, you don't got to go talk to your spouse and say, oh my God, I just lost, sit down. I lost XYZ. Like you went and blew a bunch of money on gambling. You don't have to worry about those scenarios. There is a strategy. Follow it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You're looking for the one winner that could change your life. That's what the goal is. And once you find that one winner and it pops off, you're going to see that it's a lot easier to find the second and the third and the fourth once you catch on. But you got to grind. You got to stay committed. You got to show up to these webinars. You got to be willing to put in that work because success doesn't happen overnight. There's no such thing as get rich quick, y'all. There's no such thing. Okay? If you want to win at this game, consistency is key and calculated small risk is imperative. So you can stay in the game and keep playing until you win. That is how I did it. That's how so many others did it. Nobody won in the ecom game or any other business for being a complete idiot. Okay? At least that I know of, right? So that being said, I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope that you go check out, the different hat companies, do a little bit of research, see what's working, get inspired, and go launch some hats. You can do them with Pillow Profits, with Printful, Printify. I think T-Launch has hats possibly. It doesn't have to be Pillow Profits. Pillow Profits is $29 a month to use their app. So like, there is an expense there and there are other apps that are free, but Pillow Profits, in my opinion, is worth it. Anyways, I'm not going to sell you on Pillow Profits. It's what I use and there's a reason I use it. But that said, I appreciate all the love, appreciate all the great feedback. I appreciate all of the congrats from my brother in regards to having his little boy. We're excited to meet him tomorrow. And just, pray that, just say a prayer tonight if you pray, or if you speak to whatever, you send good energy or whatever it is you do that puts good into the world. I would appreciate it if you put some good into the world for my brother and his wife tomorrow, to bring in a nice, beautiful, healthy little boy that could be friends with Drake. All right. So love you all. I'll see you next week, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour, with more training. Now, go launch some hats. Okay. Go launch some hats, and I'll see you next week. Good night, y'all.